basically it boils down to self-satisfaction at the end of the day. There are a lot of disappointments and other things come in between, but when you get a little lad who sort of comes along and you see him grow up and you're actually formulating part of his life, that in itself is the satisfaction that you need. There isn't, in the amateur game, there is no monetary gains at all. It's all done on a voluntary basis. And it's just sort of seeing the finished product and really creating better citizens within the city. You feel as though you're doing your part for this city of ours anyway.
Modern societies have seen fit to refine the violent rough and tumble instincts of youth in human nature into forms of practice where the hottest of emotions are excited, recognised, controlled and constructively redirected, where the value of endeavour and the baseness of cheating are the poles of experience in a physical drama called sport. Boxing is a culturally institutionalised, trained approach to the study and practice of human purposefulness in a physical confrontation situation. It is a form of self-discipline learned in the hot space between a decision and the destruction of a plan, within a violent arena where only the brave will go.
The club was found in 1956 in an old dispensary in Monument Road in Ladywood. You've got lads who haven't even passed a GCE or a CSE, and going to the other end of the spectrum, you've got lads who are at university or even have got university degrees. So therefore, you're looking at all kinds of walks of life. But the majority of lads who do actually come into the boxing are lads from the poorer districts and the poorer areas. As a matter of fact, some of them who come here, although we are supposed to charge subs, the majority find it even difficult just paying their bus fares down here.
Well, I started boxing because I was always small for my age and that, and I used to get bullied a lot. And I started to learn a bit of self-defense. I always dream when I'm training that, I base it on a world title fight when I'm training, and it just seems to spur me on every time I get a little bit tired and a little bit disheartened.
Okay, put your hand in. Push it right down. Now, on this bar, just keep it nice and light and fast. Keep the technicalities of what you're doing. Keep the power down. If you find you're getting on top, just hit him on the shoulders, hard part of the head.
The fighting takes place on a square, hollow wooden platform laid with sprung planks. This is covered by a stretched canvas sheet, making a non-abrasive surface. This platform, the ring, is fixed with 3 sprung ropes forming a barrier along each side, covered with material to prevent skin burn. The posts supporting the ropes in each corner of the ring are set back behind a padded leather protective screen.
Okay. Here you go. In some instances, it could be a bit sport for them boxing club, we don't give them any academic qualifications as such. We do give them the disciplines which help them throughout their later life. Many lads who participated in the boxing have gone and made a success commercially in business life. Some of them even sort of still participate in combat. Not a bad round, but again, just towards the end, you started to tire very badly. And once you started to tire, the greatest enemy is skills fatigue. Again, you've got to anticipate your shots a little bit more, and you've got to start working inside a little bit. Any time you got close inside, then you allowed him to dominate. A boxer has to be disciplined, and without the disciplines and self-discipline, really, not only what he does in the gym, but what he does also when he's at home, in order to achieve anything, then obviously he has to change his whole life structure in terms of his social life, in terms of his eating habits, and in terms of even friends.
Amateur boxing is a lot of fun. Looking at it from the perspective then, that was the key thing. I had to get a foundation to box to be successful at kickboxing, which happened. But we had a lot of fun. I got a lot of friends who, my age group now, and they've all moved on to different things, and it, of course, contacts are very helpful. Looking at it from this perspective now, as a father and someone that's looking back on the game, I think it's very necessary in society. We need to have something, some sort of an outlet to channel natural aggressions. People talking about banning boxing try to deny that there is natural aggression and that people need some sort of an outlet, and some people need more of an outlet than others, and boxing is a very good one.
I started to box when I was 18, and the reason I started was because I had to get out of trouble, and if I didn't start it, I would have been locked up by now. To become professional, I'll be training every single day of the week, more or less 7 days of the week. I train more or less 5 at the moment. Plus it's a lot harder game. The professional rank is, it's not like the amateur rank where you can start 3 3-minute rounds. This is like 8-minute rounds going at 3 minutes each round, and it's a lot stronger and a lot harder. It takes a lot of energy out of you, exhaustion, but that's the name of the game. If you want to get there, you got to do it, yeah.
I started boxing because I think that was my God-given talent, and I just wanted to be somebody. It was taking me from the street. I'm proud to say I come from the street, but I've made something of myself. I've made my mum and dad feel very proud of me, and it makes me happy. I think, from amateur to pro, it's a big step, because as an amateur, it's a sprint, and as a pro, it's a marathon. You jump from 3 rounds to 12 rounds, and it's very hard and very frightening. With boxing, there's a lot of people trying to ban boxing. They could never ban boxing. All they do, they just make it go underground. It'd be worse. Well, I would say boxing's worse now, but the bad publicity we've been getting, nobody's forcing me to box. No one ain't twisting around and say, get in that ring. I love it. I love it. I have more injuries on my body, on my face. It all comes from rugby. Like, nobody's giving rugby a hard time. But what about motor racing? Everyone's quick to like dig in at boxing all the time.
Once the right hand goes, then the left hand has got to get your distance and timing. Move your body. Get out. There's something like 80 odd kids a week using this place, and although they can't all be champions, nevertheless it fulfills a social obligation. Here we've got lads of all nationalities who come together, and I feel we're creating social harmonies amongst groups that normally doesn't happen when they're roaming around the streets or in pubs or clubs in the town.
Yeah, I think all amateur boxers have got sort of, they all want to turn pro eventually. Amateur boxing just gives them the pedigree, I think, for later on in years to turn pro. Without amateur boxing, there'd be no pro boxing. I know what it gave me. Amateur boxing for me was a chance to see the world. I travelled all over the world, you know, Russia, Poland, all these places that you'd never go normally. So amateur boxing for me gave me the chance to see the world.
Well, normally any boy joining the club, I stipulate to him in his joining that I require him to attend training sessions at least 3 times a week. The reasons for this are if he just comes once in a while, what he's learnt today, if he leaves it to the next week and decides just to come once a week, then what he's learned today is forgotten next week. But if he comes on a regular basis, the hardest part about training really is getting there. And once he comes in here and gets committed, it then sort of becomes a way of life.
Through the window of my mind, I can see a vision of a world and how it's meant to be. No famine, grief and hate, war or pain. We've lost so much already, but we've much more to gain. Take some time to care. The way things are, there'll be no one left to share. Take a look inside ourselves and search into our minds. There's no way we can lose, and together we will find the answer.
We must pull together, one and each for world peace. The future of the planet is bleak, so we must teach and learn from the tragedies throughout the course of history. All I see is